From online team, I'm checking your messages. So if you have any doubt, you can ask now. Okay. In tools, no need to learn master level for all tools. The important tools we can learn later. Whatever the tools we have, just we can cover 20 to 30% only. Like that way it will work. If you want to, can you stop this fan? If you want to go in depth in developer like Python and something, you can definitely you can as an architect. You can handle everything. It's very difficult, guys, to learn programming knowledge. Even I also, I'm not in in coding in master level. Okay, just I can manage the things in DevOps as a DevOps and AWS engineer. Is it clear, everyone? If you have any queries, not like fee structure and something timings, so there is a link in WhatsApp group link from Naresh IT team. You can just click that link and you can join the group. You can ask any questions, guys. Definitely we are going to learn real time only, not in like we are learning like four or five tools. It's not like that, guys. We can do the real time project from the scratch in on premises level. Like after that we can learn manual process. After that we can do the project in by implement DevOps for the same project. It's not like that one tool configuration, two tool configurations. Okay, we can configure end to end. Like using all tools, we'll do one project in the end of the course. Course duration is 3 months. Course duration is 3 months. Real project is nothing but, guys, how we can actually my plan is we can implement one project in manual way with before DevOps, like without DevOps. So we can create a 3-tier architecture. We can deploy one application and we can create a front and back end view and everything. So the same project we can implement if there is a DevOps. How easy it is, like that. Okay. Next, any questions from anyone? So first, today also just very high level demo. I think today and tomorrow also. So I think from Thursday we can start. Time will be 9 to 10:15. Okay. It depends, guys. We can close sometimes 10. We can close sometimes 10:30 also, based on the topic. So how we can start, guys? First we can learn Linux. Okay. This is very first step. Without Linux, we can't do anything in the AWS and DevOps also. And when I say Linux is mandatory, is nothing but you don't go in depth into the Linux. Just for required commands, those are enough to handle the things. No need to go in admin level. If you are going admin level, you can search a job in Linux administrator level. No need to learn in DevOps, right? Is it right? If you are a master in Linux, why you are coming to the DevOps to learn again? So the reason is, so Linux administrators, they can learn Linux in advanced level. You are a DevOps engineer. You can learn just how the things you can handle in the Linux. That's it. Even I also, frankly speaking, I don't in the admin level, administrator level. Not required for me, first of all. Okay. Is there any use for Windows administrator level here? If you know everything in Windows, is there any use? No. No, right? So how you can, as a laptop, you are handling the laptop. Just no need to understand 100% how it will work, the back end, what configuration is there. Our work is to handle the things only for required things. That's it. Any questions now from online? So once again, I'm saying there is no any prerequisites for this course. I will start from the scratch. We can learn from this what is server, what is operating system, and everything we can start from the scratch only. Yes, system administrator, developers, AWS engineers, testing engineers, database engineers, electrical students, electronic students, mechanical, everyone can learn DevOps. Yes. Even I'm also from non-IT background. Okay, I have done master electronics engineering in JNT University in 2014. Okay. I'm also completely non-IT guy. Sanjay. So you will get class notes, running notes, and material. Okay, regular material like tool. I have already prepared everything. Like if you learn Git today, to learn the Git, to understand the Git, definitely it will take 4 days, 5 days time. For example, once 5 days got done, I will share the Git material to you. Like that, it will work out. Okay. Each tool I have given all the I will give the material. And also, we can conduct a mock interviews for after done the course, even though tool to tool, I'm going to conduct a just small session for interview questions. It's not like mock interviews. If I discuss about a Git, what questions will come on the Git? What are the important topics? First, we should focus main on that only. Once before jumping into the next tool, we should complete the first tool. What are we have discussed in the interview point of view also. I will give you the interview questions, materials, and I will give you project also in GitHub access to you also. You can you can do the project in your own way also once done the course. And each step by step, everything material also ready for the project. So my AWS previous students, I have given like that only recording and project recording and project material. Anyone has any questions now? Can we start? Okay. So what are the topics yesterday we have discussed? I'm sharing my screen. I hope you guys. Okay, guys, are you able to see my screen? Okay, thank you. See, if you can see here, yesterday we have already discussed about how DevOps will help to, improve the continuous process and allow developers and operation team into the one page. Okay. So if yesterday we have already discussed everything like, there is a dev team, there is a operation team. Okay. We have discussed inside all the stages and everything. So here, developers, here operation team. Okay, here operation team. So as we know, DevOps will work like a continuous improvement, continuous process. Just DevOps allowed to, get those into the same page like developers and operations. So I'm taking developers from the dev plus I'm taking operations from the OPE. Okay. Operations from the OPS. This is called DevOps. Okay. Developers plus operations. DevOps. Yes, please come in. Clear, guys? Okay. Okay. So today, just kind of explanation like, life cycle we can see, guys. We have a recording, Ambika. So you just go through the recording. If you have any doubts, just small discussion only. It's not like in technical stuff in that. Okay. We will share you the recording here. So just go through if anyone joined today, go through the yesterday recording. Okay. You can understand easily. Don't worry. Okay. So even today also light similar topic. So, okay, guys, life cycle. The main DevOps life cycle, how it will work, we can see now. DevOps life cycle. Okay. These are general topics only. We haven't entered till now any actual topics. Okay. DevOps life cycle. What is DevOps? So many people are saying continuous improvement, continuous integration, continuous release. So the DevOps, whatever job we'll do, the name will start from continuous, right? So let's suppose, guys, I'm just taking one circle here. Okay. Okay. The very first stage is what, guys? Yesterday, what we discussed, very first stage is what? What is the first stage in the development? What? Designing, right? Planning. Very good. First stage is for planning. Okay, planning. Guys, this is DevOps class. Okay, not AWS. Okay, first is for planning. Okay, planning. For example, my planning is here, like yesterday, what we discussed. Now I'm going to discuss Amazon. Okay, my planning is for now. The UI is looks like, compared to Flipkart, it's not user friendly. I feel that. Okay, if you can see in the Flipkart, the way attract to people is different compared to Amazon. Now I think compared to Flipkart, my UI is not like good compared to Flipkart. So my request, I'm getting so many requests from the clients. Okay, so you can check with the Flipkart. Maybe your UI is not good like the Flipkart. You can compare with that. So many requests are getting from the customers. Immediately, the provider team, Amazon provider team can sit and discuss about some planning. What we can do for that. So we already code is running the backend for UI. So will we do any modification on that? Top of that? So we can they can plan, sit and plan everything. Okay. Okay. They come to one approach. Yes, definitely we can change definitely we can change the modification in my Amazon UI. Okay. So in this planning level, may they can think, is it required or not? If not required, there is no any further approach it will follow. If not required, just leave it. If they're required, definitely they are going to apply these approaches. To apply these approaches in the design stage, okay, in the planning stage, okay, they are decided to update the UI. Okay, definitely it will move for next stage now. If they're not willing to apply, just it's not move to other stage. It's running keep as is. Okay, next planning state. After planning state, which stage will come here? Very good, design. So here, still this work is not handed over into the developers. Still in designing mode. Architects, okay, company architects are there. They are going to design as per the planning. The planning is, I need this page in backend is pink color, and I need like instead of seeing shoes and something, first I'm able to, so first you can develop like a look like a mobiles is first, and furniture is first. It's not like good. Whatever, if you want to apply offer, we can show here 80% discount flat for these prices, whatever the request are getting. So accordingly they can change the code itself, the backend. Okay, I will come to all questions, guys. Please concentrate here. It's very important. After planning, designing, right? Designing team will work according for planning. Planning team already give instructions to designing team. Can you change your existing design to new design? We are getting many requests from the clients, customers. We are the clients, right? So I'm not, it's like user friendly for the Amazon compared to Flipkart. We are getting so many requests. We can change our UI, user interface. So accordingly, planning team is approached to design team. Design team come to know, okay, we can change accordingly existing infrastructure. Okay. Okay. Now designing part done. What is the next part? Very good. Development. Now, this is the major role. As per the request, we should implement, right? We should implement. Okay. Yes, very good. Development. So nothing but we can implement our existing code. We can modify our existing code. Clear, guys? The code it says whatever requirements, what are the updates has to do by given by planning team and design team. Accordingly, they will work. But you can understand one thing, development team always touch with design team, not for planning team. Design team always touch with planning team, not for development team. This is the hierarchy we'll follow. Okay. The next stage is here after development. What is the next stage, guys? Build. We should package that code, right? Okay. If you're not packaging that code, let's suppose I'm taking one more slide here. Okay. Let's suppose you are writing a code here. So for that, there is many dependencies, right? First, main syntax, main code. Next, dependencies. Next, libraries. Next, index. Next, so etc. Many things, there is a many things dependencies are there. If you can download any application, you will get a zip format. Okay, zip format. We should extract the zip format. But if there is no zip format option, there is a build option. If you download that, you are able to see 100 files the backend is running. Downloading, right? Okay, so instead of accessing multiple files, we are make it into build as a one file. Okay, so there is a server here now. We can discuss everything. What is server, how it will, what are the components? These are very high level, just concentrate only. I need to deploy this application to my server. I'll just give server IP to clients, means users who are accessing. If it is Amazon application running in the Amazon server. Yesterday we have discussed very clearly, right? So instead of deploying one file, how difficult to deploy 1,000 files here, dependencies and libraries? To make it into one file, and upload into server. Is it easy, right? Isn't it? Otherwise, says you are handling multiple pics. There is no folder. How difficult to handle? To check and move. So same kind of, if you're writing a code, definitely the code depend. If you're writing Python code, even there is a Java dependencies. There is so many things. Okay, Node.js dependencies. All the combination of dependencies libraries. If there is a dependency libraries, only the code will work fine. Okay, what are the modules? Everything is there in that code itself. But these are running. If this code is running in my laptop, fine. The reason is my laptop, all dependencies are there, all libraries are there. But we should give these dependencies into server also, right? We should say to server, take these dependencies, take these libraries, you just run this code. This instruction we should give means we should give all dependencies, libraries in the one, make it into build one file. We should upload into the server. Now server, in the server level, again we can extract, right? Same thing, how we are doing if you are installing any application from the outside world, once it's downloaded completed, we should extract. Otherwise, your computer is not right in the zip format. Same thing, server also. In the server, we should give the command to extract the files. It's not Windows, right? It's a Linux. We should give the command to extract the files. Then server will understand the dependency, understand the libraries. It will run your code and give to access to others, right? How server will work? We can discuss. Operating system is there, processor is there, RAM is there, hard disk is there. The server native, it will work. Okay, if you want to host any application, we need a server. That's it. Okay, this is the build option we'll do. Okay, so in the development mode, We can modify our existing code accordingly designing. We have completed the code. Now, next what? What is the next stage after done the code? We should place code somewhere, right? We're not keeping our laptops, right? Directly can deploy from the developer system. We should maintain somewhere for code author. It's not for one developer. In the real time, 10 or 8 or 6 or 7 developers are there. They should access the code is nothing but there is some remote location, the code for say, store into somewhere. What is this here? Storage. Okay, just for our understanding only. Storage. Or here GitHub will come just for understanding high level storage. Storage. Now, code is modified. We have pushed in some place. The code is working code. But if you can see this cycle, my updation got done here. Okay, updation implemented here. What is the next job? What? We should test, right? So developers write the code. How can I deploy this code blindly without testing? If you deploy this code into server, it will work. But we don't know. We don't have any guarantee. Maybe whatever the design team is requesting us to implement the things. We should test first, right? Instead of giving access to public, right? So testing team will come into the picture. What they will do? They will test as a user first. As a user, how it looks like the page. So accordingly, the modifications is applied or not. Everything they check, right? Okay. Testing team. Test the code. Okay. Now testing got done. Okay. Whatever modifications implemented by developers, those are already given by design team. So both are working fine. As a user, we have verified. So it looks like good now. What is the next step now? If here, okay, what is the next step here? What? What? Use this one otherwise. Release. We should release this code, right? We should release this code. Mean ready for deployment. That is ready for deployment. We should release ready for deployment. Don't confuse. Release is nothing but not for public. Release is nothing but this code is ready to deployment. Testers are release this code. We are fine with these implementations. We are fine with these updations. We can good to go with this code. This is nothing but release from the testers. Okay. Okay. Release. What is the next step? What is the next step? This is DevOps class. Okay. Release. Okay. Release. So release is nothing but this code is after testing got done. This code is fine. But before storage, this code is not yet tested. Just for implementation got done. You should understand here to here, storage to release, the difference. Release is nothing but the testing and everything is done. We can good to go with operation team, right? Operation team. Now after release, guys, what is the next stage? What is the next stage after release? What? Monitoring. Okay, that is also fine. Next. Deployment. Very good. Release is nothing but we are ready to deployment this code into the server, right? Into the server. Yes, I'm just release is nothing but okay, this code already tested by testers, so we can simply go with deployment. Okay, deployment. Next monitor. Monitor. Okay, monitor. In between any other team? What? Very good. Operation team. Operation team. Now we should understand what is the difference between operation and deployment here. Okay. So guys, is there any doubt on this circle? Anyone? First of all, is there anyone has any doubt on this circle? No doubt? No doubt? Non-ITs? Career gaps? Okay. No, sir, it's clear means? Clear, right? Okay. Release is where? Our friend is asked one question. Release, we can maintain any public repos or private repos, whether it is a Docker Hub or JFrog, whatever. We can discuss these tools. Okay, we can release into there. It's like a repositories. Okay. Okay, guys. So planning and designing is there, taking care of whatever the heads are there. That's the reason I have mentioned different color. So now you should understand here, these two cycles, main important cycles here. The first cycle is here. In release stage, code push into same store. It's not same store. There is a dedicated repositories tools we have, JFrog, okay, Nexus. We can move there. Okay, we can discuss everything. Just you can understand. See, I haven't discussed any tools till now. Okay, we are just understand manually how the process will work. Then we can replace this process into DevOps. Okay, guys, friends, please concentrate here. Okay, now here we should understand main two cycles. Management cycle, we are no need to understand. It's not required for, it's not cup of our tea. So we should go for here development cycle, operation cycle here. The first cycle is development cycle. This is. Okay. This is development cycle. Next cycle is operation cycle. Next cycle is operation cycle, right? Operation cycle. Next is, you can think this is a business cycle. They should take care of everything, right? Operation. So here is the DevOps. Okay. Okay. So again, we can understand the same process in different way now. So, okay, now the developer develop the code as per the design. Now testers test the code as development written the code. So they test everything is done, just they can push into the release. Now operation team deploy this code into servers. Sorry, operation deployment team. And operation team, for that, how we can operate this server. Is it one server is required, orchestration is required, how we can achieve high availability, they can take care of everything. Our infra team, we can mention whoever. Next, monitor team, after deployment done, we can check servers, healthy conditions, what are the load, what are the requests you are getting, and something they have to take care. And next planning team, they will verify what are the updates I have proposed, those are tally or not, as per the request. Now planning team will decide, okay, whatever updates we have just given instruction to design team, they have changed, and as per the design team, development is written the code, everything looks good now. Okay, now looks good. Now there is a release, for example, version 1.2. This application version 1.2. If you can go check any application, there is a version, right? If internet banking, if you can scroll down, there is a version. The version 1.2 is for these updations. Now one more update has to implement, that is version 1.3. Version 1.3. Guys, in your mobiles, you are seeing always there is updates. If you check automation, automatic update is going to update. Otherwise, you should update. Okay. While doing update, is there any impact on your laptop, your mobile or laptop? We should just opt that version. For that only 1 minute, you should restart your machine to apply. But few updates, no need to stop your laptops. No need to stop your mobiles. Even if you want to upgrade your Apple iOS or Android iOS, we can update simply in 1 minute, right? The backend, these many stages it will work. Okay. So how we can understand? Okay, this cycle, everything we can understand. Where DevOps will come into the picture. Okay, I'm coming to that point only. If as per the requirement planning and designing, the development push the code into storage, right? Right. Once pushing got done here to here, everything is taken care of by DevOps. Okay, everything taken care of by DevOps. Okay, now I'll just remove this one for your understanding. Okay, deployment, operations. So in development also, as I said, test team is there in development team. But now we are implementing using the tool, we are testing the code also. Okay, once code is pushed to storage, this is called GitHub. Once developers after done the implementation of this code, once they push into GitHub storage, okay, GitHub repository, from there to deployment, the DevOps person is taking care. This is called continuous process. Continuous is nothing but once code is pushed into the store, once code, whatever the development changes got done, immediately build process will start. Next test process will start. Next release process will start. And next deployment process will start. Next operation process will start. Next monitor process will start. Everything we can configure into one pipeline. If you can start that pipeline, automatically all the steps has to be done in 1 minute. Clear? Once code is pushed into development, is nothing but we should take care everything. Everything we should take care. The code should be present into server. The main agent is what? Here is the server. Okay, here is the GitHub storage. Here is the developer. Developer once push this code into GitHub account, and these servers access the customers, right? This application, whatever application it is there, customers they can access. Okay, once developers push this code into GitHub, from here to deploy of the application to server, everything taken care by DevOps persons. What are the stages now? Build. First is a build, test, next, next. Sorry, release, next, deployment, operation, monitor. Everything taken care by DevOps team. Okay. Clear, guys? So using those tools, we should configure all the stages. This is called continuous integration, continuous deployment, continuous release. Continuous integration, where it will come now. Once code is released into storage, my GitHub, we should integrate there. Means whatever updates are getting from the development team, that updates it has to update into server. Code is there in the server, right? So to integrate this code to next stage, like release stage, this is called continuous integration. We should integrate with developer code, right? We should integrate with development code. Once integration done, automatically once code is pushed to GitHub, the backend integration is there to go to next stage, that is for release stage, like test stage. Once code is come to test stage, we should continuously test this code. This is comes under continuous testing. Once testing got done, the code has to move into release stage. This is called continuous release. Once release got done, this code has to deploy into server. This is comes under continuous deployment. Once code is deployed into the server, we should operate that code. Is it fine for one server or two server, three server? That is comes under continuous operation. Once code is moved to, once operation everything done, we are release the code into public. We should monitor the resources, like what are the dependencies are there in the server. It comes under continuous monitoring. Once code is pushed to GitHub, everything has to handle by continuous way. This is called continuous improvement. That is called DevOps. Clear now? DevOps is nothing but man of automations. We should do, sir, I will do here to here, just I will run the one code. I will do from here to here, I will just run the one job. So it is not like that, guys. It is not like that. So our main agenda of DevOps engineer is early release in the market. Early release application ASAP, right or not? If you are not releasing the code in the server, what will happen? Clients always accessing version 2 only, version 1.2 only, right? If the version 0.2, there is a bug, severe bug. Definitely we should rectify the issue immediately. If you take a more time, maybe hacker will hack your things in your account, right? If people are purchasing iPhone, but account is diverted into hacker account, whatever amount you are paying. So immediately we should change the new version. Version is nothing but we change the modification on this code. We should push into the server. So if you can, whatever modifications you have to do accordingly, version is going to update. The same version will do back. We won't get same version back. Will whatever updates you are doing, accordingly version got updated. Okay. If we will take a time, there is no DevOps. What happened, guys? If there is no DevOps, what happened? You tell me. There is no integration. There is no release, continuous. There is no continuous testing. There is no continuous development. What we can do, this team will take this code and open their laptop. They check one by one. After that, they, okay, everything is done. We can release. Next release team, or if the one person is working also, they can check everything from the scratch, right? Release. Okay, after release this code, everything is done. Okay, we can deploy by manually. We can deploy the code into the manually. If the one code you are deploy manually, if it is 1,000 codes, maybe the application running back in 1,000 codes, definitely. We should check all the codes manually. Is it good? Is it good? We can deploy. Once deploying done, one server is not sufficient. We should create 2 servers, 3 servers, 4 servers, 5 servers manually. For that, it will take 1 hour time. After done, operation team to check everything, it will take 1 hour. After that, monitoring. So it's a matter of hours, right? Not minutes. Definitely, it will take 1 day time. For example, worst case, let's suppose it will take 1 day time. Okay, let's suppose it will take 1 day time. Is it good, guys? Billions of requests we are getting from Amazon to Amazon and Flipkart. We are getting billions of requests, sorry. If one day, if you are unable to clear this bug, for 1 day, in this gap, definitely hacker will hack whatever things is required to that, right or not? So as early as possible, we should release the application, updated application. We should release the updated application. We should release the updated application. ASAP. Okay. Guys, are you getting what I'm trying to say here? Our main agenda is collect code from developers. We should push into server. Right? For example, if you're not doing like quickly, definitely planning team, designing team, what is the delay here? Development immediately say, no, my end everything is done. Operation team is working, DevOps team is working. So now you are in the soup. Definitely whatever things is updated, your orchestration such a way that once code is updated into GitHub, the code immediately present into server. Here the point DevOps is taking care of orchestrate all the stages. When I say orchestrate, do I need to follow all those things? I'm not saying like that. It depends on your job. There is a job. No need to use all the stages. Already deployment, everything done. We'll get a tickets from the clients. We should do the modification. The modification developer team will do. You can apply the modification into server. May they are not using all the stages. It depends. But this is the main stages of life cycle. It will run like that. Clear? Clear? Now, designing, they can use development. So we can use any code. Developer will use the code Python, Java, whatever as per the requirement. Now storage is nothing but GitHub. We are learning GitHub here. Test, we can use SonarQube. Okay. So in between there is a stage. I think I forget here. There is a Maven build. Build. Next, release JFrog or whatever we can learn. Deployment. So we should deploy in the AWS cloud, or I'm just writing cloud only. Cloud or Docker. Just mention is a cloud. That's it. Operation, here we can orchestrations, Kubernetes or Docker. Kubernetes or Docker will come here. Okay. Next, here monitor, we are using Grafana. Okay. Monitoring tool. These many tools we are going to learn. Okay. And operations, we can learn here Ansible also. Okay. And also Terraform. Terraform is for create the infrastructure here. Okay. Next, we are going to learn Python. Python not in just basic level. Shell script, mid level. Okay. Anyone has any doubts? Where we use these tools, I just addressed here each stage. So if you have any questions now, you can ask. Python, why do we need a Python? See, it's not a mandatory, guys. If there is a requirement, so in the development, they are writing a Python, right? So definitely dependencies, we should give the, what are the dependencies is required for the Python. We should create an environment like that. If you are learning Terraform, Ansible, definitely we should learn AML script, right? There is no confusion here, Tejasni. Records, we will get it. You will. There is a WhatsApp group, right? Naveen, you will get it. Jenkins. So these are all configurations we can do by Jenkins. Okay, that is a continuous integration, continuous deployment. Continuous integration is nothing from the GitHub. Continuous deployment is to server. We should configure all those things by using Jenkins. Okay, that is called CI/CD. I'm just writing here CI/CD. Okay, deployment operations by using CI/CD. Yes, Groovy and Jenkins, we can learn Groovy and pipeline also. Don't worry. Declaration syntax and Groovy script. We can do these two approaches in the Jenkins. And multi-jobs, master slave, single job. We can configure, Maven with the Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. So every tool we should configure with the Jenkins. Okay. How we can do? First, we can learn the tool in manual way, and we can automate configure with the Jenkins. Each tool. If we learn Maven, we can understand the Maven in Windows first, then we can learn in the Linux, then we can configure with the Jenkins. How we can automate? Once code is pushed developers into GitHub, we can collect the code and we can automate and it present into the Maven. And the same thing, if you learn the SonarQube test, we can configure the Jenkins. And the same deployment, everything we can configure with the Jenkins that we can learn. Parallel jobs, multi-jobs, handling, everything we can learn. Kubernetes also, we can learn like, good level. I'm going to cover all the topics in Kubernetes. Next. Anyone has any doubts? Okay. Next topic is just 5 minutes topic. SDLC. Software Development Life Cycle. Everyone knows, huh? You guys already started. Software Development Life Cycle. Okay. So what is this voice? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? What is SDLC? What are those SDLC's approaches? One is waterfall method. Second is people are saying already Agile. Next, DevOps life cycle. No need to go in depth, just for understanding only this is. Okay. So whatever stages we discuss now till now, these are the stages, these many stages. Designing, development, storage, testing, release, these many stages, right? In the waterfall method, the main agenda of waterfall method is a sequential process. Okay, series process. Series process. What is series process here? Once design team handle the work to development team. Okay. Until get the update from the designing team, development sit idly. Next, once approach is given to development team, until complete the all approaches, the updations from the development team, these operation team, test team, build team sit idly. Once 100% got done from the development team, next team will work. Next, this team will complete 100% work next team will work. Like we can exchange a task series way. Once you complete the before person, then hand out to next person. Like that way it will work. That is waterfall method, step-by-step process. If you can see in the Google also, you can understand easily waterfall architecture, step-by-step process. Waterfall in Hyderabad. See, step-by-step process. Okay, it's a step-by-step process. Even the main drawback is here. The main drawback is here. If the client is ordered bench car, what will happen? They will get Maruti 800 here. The reason is there is no cross-check points. Once 100% done, only next person will come. Once 100% will done, next person will come. If there are any modifications, no. We don't have any cross-checks. We don't have any client calls. We don't have any, regular calls. After my developer says, yes, my task done. You can do it now. Tester accordingly follow developer's instructions. Next, DevOps person, test person saying everything is good. Okay, I can deploy simply. That's it. There is no cross checks here. Okay. The reason is there is no interaction with the clients and next team. There is only step-by-step process. If you want to rectify, so you can understand, once you start the work, you can understand the work status after done 70%, 60% only. So if you are drawing some diagram, while starting time, you are arranging the things in very good manner, like sketch, paper, pen, and something, lighting and everything. You feel I will draw as is. Once done the 50%, then you can understand where you are in that picture, right? Then accordingly, you can adjust that. But here in the waterfall, there is no way. The team, there is no team collaboration. There is no team collaboration at this time. Only one-to-one collaboration. Okay. There is no team collaboration. If there is no team collaboration, team unit, so what will happen? The output, what we are expecting input, there is no relation. Okay, in the waterfall method. So there is no team interaction and client interaction also, and client as well. Expectations and reality compare with. Okay, we are expecting a lot, but reality you are not getting from the waterfall method. Immediately client might disappoint. So finally they said, cancel this project. You have implemented everything, but you have to do modifications. So in waterfall method, the approach is not like that. So they have given the entire process is like the before is we can see one by one process only. But Agile, what happened in Agile? They have modified this structure in sprint wise. If you can see, you can understand. Okay, this is sprint wise process, Agile. Okay. Copy image. Sprint wise process. So here, how it will work? So we have divided time here. Each sprint is 1 month or 1 week. So there is nothing but they can hand over the work to respective team for 1 week work in one time. Okay. Or 2 weeks time in one time. Okay. They can allocate work here. Sprint wise. Like weekly, monthly. Okay. So here we can understand one thing. If developer develop the code for 1 week, until 1 week, no one can monitor. They have given sprint to the developer. You can complete the work in 1 week. In between, there is no calls. There is no interactions with the developers. Developer write the code. After 7 days or after 1 month, the team is collaborated. So this is not right output. You can develop one more time. There is a time lag again. So sprints are depends on the time lag. So time going to waste. with sprint system. Okay. And here team interactions are there, but reason is here not in regular interactions. Okay. There is no regular team interactions. Okay. Sprint wise only they can. They can interact. Okay. Next. Okay. Understood. So, but here there is no team meetings till complete the project. One person is handed the job, handed the task. That person is allocated to other project. Okay. If a developer is there, some ex-developer is there, they have implemented something. They hand out to tester. But once you hand over, team can understand this task is done from the developer X. We can hand over him to other project. He already moved to other project. If you want to do, we can disturb other project now. So this process is like that in waterfall. It's a step-by-step process. But here in the sprint system, we can implement the system. Like what are the stages we have discussed here? Deployment, development, test, release, deployment, and everything in sprint wise. In waterfall, until complete the development, these are all in rest. Until complete the release team, remaining people are sitting idle. But in sprint wise, they are not sitting idle. They will work like a sprint wise job. If the developers, they are not develop the code in one time. They will develop the code in bits and pieces only. Just they can do some modification. They will test and implement some modification. They can test like that. They can come into the one last point. What are the modifications they are understand? Okay, it's not one-time job, guys. If client is giving to, I need this kind of dashboard, I need this kind of approach, I need this kind of UI. It's not possible for one time. They will do some modification and test it, and again they can apply. They can apply on top of that. They are going to apply one to one. They can come to know finally the approach, whatever output they're coming. Okay, but in waterfall, it's not like that. Until complete the entire whatever the client is asking the project, no other team will involve. But in sprint system, they can start the work. They can collaborate entire team in this work. But the sprint wise, they can collaborate like weekly ones or monthly ones. Okay. But due to this, there is output lag here. If one sprint is not getting an output as expected, we should again work with the one more week. Okay. The team collaboration is there in the weekly ones. If you're in the DevOps, now if you're on the DevOps cycle, so what we discussed till now, this is the cycle. Okay. So in the DevOps, the main good thing is here. The DevOps cycle, client to team, there is a regular interactions. Okay, whatever changes you have done for today, accordingly entire team will work for today. If development change a few things on the today to code, the rest, all the stages, all team will work and update the changes into server. There is no sprint system. Immediately you should do. Okay. Next day, may there changes few more updates on that. Again, you should, how you can check without server, right? There is a server, but we are not releasing the code into public until complete all work. But we should test every day, right? If they do some modifications today, we should update the modification into server. If you are accessing server, we are able to see what are updates is done by developer, but you are not released to public until complete the work. So day one, just they have some modifications, and day two, day three, day four, accordingly entire team will work, collaborate every day. But in sprint system, developer is write a code for 1 week work. We can connect after 1 week. Hey developer, can you show what updates you have done? Okay, they have given work to operation team. Operation will check. No, it's not working. Immediately we can connect with developers. You have developed something right in this week, but it's not working. Okay, again developer should work for 1 week. So there is no regular interactions. But here, day-to-day activities, whatever you have developed, we should update into the server. How we can update? Your integration is taking care for that. Once you do the some changes, your pipeline will run and update into your server. Our main agenda is our code should be there in our code should be released in the server, right? What are the stages we should follow? The Jenkins is taking care. What are the configuration is that they're taking care. Our main agenda is should be released. So for example, developer is updated 2 lines of code. That is for just shoes update on the UI. If you can update this code into server, you are able to see the shoes onto your server. I mean, we are accessing the IP with the server. You are able to see in the UI shoes update. Next day, developer is writing for the sweets update or clothes update. Immediately, this should be updated into the server. You can connect the server and check monitor team and server operation team. Okay, this is updated into the UI. Every day, these are the exercise in the DevOps cycle. If developer push those changes, if DevOps person is not updated into the server, there is a escalation. Why you are not updating to the server? Why you guys are not checking operation team? Like that way, escalations will start. Okay. So here, more interactions. More interactions with client. Client and a team. How you can understand final point from these 3 only? There is a call with today client. If it is a waterfall method. So manager is saying my team is implemented what you are looking the project. Okay. So they are checking the project. I have given this instruction, right? Why you are not applied here? Even though you have taken this project 1 year back, in this 1 year, so many evaluations are done in this application. We should do the evaluations also this application. This is looks like old. You are taking 1 year time. In this 1 year time, so many changes has done in the outside. You have to update accordingly. So if you say that to team, again, team has to start work from scratch. Right? But in the sprint system, we can communicate with the client. Client is able to see whatever updates you have done. Is it fine? Okay, then go for next stage. Then go for next sprint. Then go for next sprint. Like that, we can get like communication from the client. Accordingly, we can develop. Right? In the DevOps, we can interact every day in the client. My team is updated few changes. Can you check and update accordingly? Client will look, oh, this is very nice. Okay, shoes is updated right in the UI. Okay, keep as is. Just go with other thing. Immediately they can go for next UI, like here. Like here. Okay, next here. They can check everything. If you in the waterfall, you have done everything in the first, you can show you here. Immediately they say the shoes is not here. Okay, TVs is not here. Mobiles is not here. First attract the people. Mobiles are present here. But in waterfall method, there is no chance. We have done everything in the code. We have pushed in the server. It's very difficult to maintain again, right? But in sprint, 1 week, we have done just these 6 slides, 6 UI dashboard. We are showing 6 is fine. This 3 is fine. Can you change this 3 here? Again, you should work for at least semi-work. At least you should work for 3 days to change that. But in DevOps cycle, every day, if you update this thing, small change, you should, using this DevOps cycle, we can update into the server. We can show it here. Okay, this is very nice. You can continue with next step, next step, next step. The bits and pieces we can implement into our process. There is a communication with the clients. There is no any chances from the client. This is not good in the future. Clear what I'm trying to say here? There is a interaction between team. Accordingly, we can implement and do it. That is cycle is called DevOps cycle. But you have configured the DevOps cycle such a way that in the configure all the tools, it's easy process to push and check. But the before stages, agile and waterfall, there is no DevOps cycle to automate the process. It will take some time. That's the reason sprint system is there in the agile. Many people will work and update. What are the updates is done by developers? We should reflect into the server. Many team will work. It's not possible for in 1 day. That is the reason sprint system is there. But DevOps cycle is taking care all are in minutes of matters. That's the reason DevOps cycle will come. Anyone has any doubts in this? This is very general level topics we discussed till now. So tomorrow onwards, we can learn from the scratch. I'm just going to explain about what is the server first. What are the components are in the server? What is the client server architecture? How the request will go to server? How the request will come to the server? Okay. Till now we discussed the backend process. Okay. From there, we can learn what is IP, types of IPs, what is architecture, and then AWS basics, and then AWS, how to create one server. The reason is whatever the things we are deploying by using AWS server only. If you want to create if you want to create a virtual machine in your laptop, it's a very tricky task. Even though I will show here also, but we can work in EC2 level only. Simply we can create server, we can delete server there. But here is very challenges in your laptop configurations you will face. Okay, this is the stuff. So my plan of action is first is basics, then Linux, then AWS, then Terraform, then Git, Maven, Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, and all configuration in one project. Is it clear? Anyone has any doubts? Yes, very good question from Ahmad. So if you can see more companies, you are saying, right? More some companies, it's a, if you go with DevOps cycle, it's a more compared to Agile, cost effective. Okay, if you can go with waterfall method, small scale industries which will work like accordingly. But Agile process, little compared to waterfall, there is a little charges are there. But DevOps, it's a, if you can see in the team, in the DevOps team, you can understand in the time we should pay more to the team. If the client is not ready to pay, they should go with Agile method. See, I'm not expecting, this kind of updates in every day. I need only changes in weekly wise also. I need the application. It's not for emergency application. You can work slowly. You can give the output. At that time, no need to go with DevOps cycles. Go with Agile. Okay. And few companies will follow both approaches, Agile and DevOps. Depends on the projects, depends on the client. Client is looking, I'm not looking any automation. Then go with Agile process. You are not going with automation. Next. Yes, CA/CD also right. Anyone has any doubts? Yes, I'm going to teach Linux also here. That is enough for AWS and DevOps. Next. Any doubts? I think tomorrow is the last demo. If you have any doubts, you can ask now. I'm going to give you for 5 minutes. You can ask any questions, online, offline also. Why offline people are not asking any questions? Why? It's not about money, guys. It's a time. Don't waste your time. If you're still confusion, sir, I'm not capable. So you can check yourself. Don't think so. DevOps is easy. If DevOps is easy, everyone can learn, right? Everyone can. If they are paying more pay compared to all platform, DevOps person only earn more. The reason is there is a work. It's not an easy work. See, all tools we should configuration is nothing. It's not an easy task. We should put our effort. If you are success for these 3 months, you are in the top in the IT industry. You are in the top in the IT industry. No skill is beat to at this time in IT industry. Only DevOps or data engineer role. These two is the major roles now playing in the industry, IT industry. Sir, I will attend the class, weekly, twice, thrice. I have so much of work. It's very difficult to manage. And then I strongly recommend it, drop. Okay. Honestly, don't waste your time. If you are able to spend your time at least 3 hours per day, you should learn. This is for friendly, update to you all. I don't have an issue, guys. If you are more, I'm only the, get more, right? Mentor. Who's mentor? Mustafa. My name, Rajesh, sir. Okay. Rajesh number. Anyone has any doubts now? Leave all your regular activities if you are joining in DevOps. This is very, very clear, especially non-ITs. It is not like, spend your time like alternative days. It's not at all like that. At least you should spend 3 hours per day. If you're ready, this is the slide for you only. Okay. No, sir, I have so many things. My friends will come every day my home. I have to spend my time with them. I have to go somewhere. It's very difficult. Then you can check yourself and let me know. This is not easy task. But if you attend the class every day, it's very easy task, very easy job, DevOps. If you are skip the classes, it's very difficult to understand. In AWS also, DevOps also, same thing. It will work like that only. Even 10% is also fine. I'm ready to teach if you're interested. But don't, without interest, please don't continue. The reason is after fine day, 1 month, my SAR is not giving training well. That is remark not for me. Okay. Please, you should sit, we can learn. I'm not teaching like a trainer. Once again, I'm saying, I'm teaching like a student. I know you're from which background. So we can learn, we can do it. That's it. This is the last word. I'm not teaching you like a trainer. This is very easy. This is very easy. No. Okay. I came to your thoughts and I explained everything in that level only. Anyone has any doubts? Working people, yes, you will work for only 8 hours, right? Tejaswini, can't you give your time for 3 months, for 3 hours per day? Guys, in government people, to get a job, they're giving their time for 3 years, 4 years, even though there is no notifications. If luckily they got a job, they will earn 60, 70,000 only. They will go office every day. But IT, you will get a 2 lakhs. You will work from your home. No, everything is you, with you only. If you want to utilize your time for 3 or 6 months, you will get it. You will succeed. Don't go for anywhere. Delays to get a job. If you want to earn, this is the right platform in the short period. You can check any industry. Is there an industry is there any platform will give for 2 lakhs or 1 lakh in 3 months if you do a hard work? No, you can go and check. Which batch you are attending AWS? Timing is from me or what? You're taking training with me, Tejaswini? Okay, then there is no, I think your batch is evening, right? Sir, is there any programming basic required for this? Not required. I'm going to teach you for programming basics, Python basics, just for understanding. Next, at least 3 hours you should spend, guys, or 2 hours. Otherwise, entire weekend. It's unable to spend your time regularly in the weekdays. You can sit Sunday or Saturday for 6 or 7 hours, weekly once. Is it clear? Anyone has any doubts before closing the session? Offline, no doubts. Why? Then you can spend weekend. You can see I'm what I'm saying, this is for especially non-IT teams, not IT team. IT they know the process, maybe they can handle, but non-IT team, this is the first class, maybe second class, they may be panic. So that's what I'm saying. AWS class already, AWS training already started. If you want to continue with that, you can join morning 7:30 a.m. batch. We have done only 9 classes. We have a recordings also. Okay, you can join if required. But my strong recommendation, please join AWS also. Not from me, I'm saying. Otherwise, you can learn from the online also. Learn AWS. Okay. At the same time, I'm saying AWS persons also learn DevOps, at least 2 tools. In the current situation, everyone asking multi skills. Okay. So better to learn. The first choice is for, if you are a DevOps, first choice is AWS. If you are a AWS engineer, first choice is a DevOps. Then you can move Python or what, or database. Okay. Yes. Okay, guys. Then we can meet tomorrow. Thanks for your support. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Kashis, how are you? He's from my previous student, AWS. I think you two also, right? Only two. Okay. Oh, smile. Okay. Okay, guys, see you. Bye. If you have any questions, you can talk to them. They are my students. Okay, bye, guys. Yes, they can work, Rakesh.